Welcome back to part 2 of our series on Real Madrid's European domination. In the last video, Los Blancos had just got their hands on La Decima, a much coveted 10th European Cup. Nowadays, they've 14 Champions League titles in the cabinet. Do you think that Madrid are the biggest club in Europe, or even the world? It's hard to argue against, I suppose, but let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, after Real Madrid's famous win in 2013-14, they would have to painfully watch their fierce rivals FC Barcelona romp to a European title of their own. Real Madrid faced Atletico again that year and beat them in the quarterfinals, but couldn't get past Juventus in the semis. The Italians would go on to lose to Barca 3-1 in the final. Not to worry for Madrid though, on to the 2015-16 season they went, and just as destiny would have it, all roads would lead to another final and another Madrid derby too. Some things had changed though. Real Madrid and France legend Zinedine Zidane would be the man at the helm for Los Blancos, and the likes of Keylor Navas, Toni Kroos, and even Colombian World Cup star James Rodriguez had joined the ranks. Real Madrid would win 5 and draw just 1 in a group containing Malmo of Sweden, Shakhtar Donetsk of Ukraine, and Paris Saint-Germain of France. Madrid managed to rack up a goal difference of 16 and won 13-0 on aggregate in their 3 home fixtures. Next up, Roma came to town, but Real Madrid won this round of 16 tie by defeating the side from the Italian capital twice. Cristiano Ronaldo scored in both legs, as he tends to do. In the last 8, they got what seemed like a comfortable draw against German side Wolfsburg, but they got an almighty shock in the first game of that tie. Real Madrid were defeated 2-0 in Germany and didn't even come away with an away goal. If Wolfsburg could sneak one in Madrid, they'd have to score 4. The pressure was really on. So step up Cristiano Ronaldo. Like he did on so many occasions, Ronaldo bagged a hat-trick as Real won the second leg 3-0. It was 2-0 after 17 minutes, and Ronaldo added the third and winning goal in the 77th. The semi-finals beckoned. As old rivals Atletico slipped past Bayern Munich on away goals in the other semi-final, Real Madrid struggled for goals for a change, and only an own goal from Manchester City would separate those two sides after both legs of their tie. Real had drawn 0-0 in Manchester, but a slice of luck on home turf had spared their blushes and put them on their way to the Champions League final in Milan's historic San Siro Stadium. It goes without saying that even a man as brash and as brazen as Diego Simeone must have wanted to cry when he saw he was facing his club rivals Real Madrid in another European Cup final. On one hand, yes, it represented the perfect opportunity for revenge for Atletico in what would probably be the sweetest European Cup victory they could ever even dream of. However, on the other hand, was the horrendous reality that Real Madrid weren't just their loud, ignorant, and highly successful neighbours, but they had beaten them in the same tournament now for 2 years in a row. And even with Atletico feeling they were confident, in Europe especially, Real just always found a way to get it done against them. You might say then that history lingers in the air too, doesn't it? Atletico Madrid may be a big club, but they've never won a European Cup, not to mention 10, 11 or 14. No matter the form, everybody sees the badge in a historic final like this, and the Real Madrid one carries a great weight over that of Atletico. That might have provided Real with a bit more pressure, but clearly that was something that they relished, and perhaps the familiarity of Atletico as an opponent wasn't a bad thing. Despite whatever confidence they had in themselves, in the back of the minds of Simeone and his men, they would have been doubting everything. Doubting their own destiny because of how strong Real's relationship with that cup is. Doubting their might as they had conceded late to Real in the final 2 years prior. In the end, the two would provide us with another close and cagey 90 minutes. It was Sergio Ramos of Real who opened the scoring, notching another final goal against his city rivals. However, Atletico did keep the faith. Belgian winger Yannick Carrasco equalised, and yet again we were headed for extra time. It was later proved that Ramos's goal should not have stood because of an offside in the build-up. Oh, and Antoine Griezmann missed a penalty for Atletico, but that was all part of the Derby Day final drama. Of course, with VAR, it might have been different now, but then, as always, it was Real's day. The yellow cards were flying out too. Marcelo was the only Real Madrid defender who didn't get booked. In the end, extra time stayed goalless, and the trophy would go to the penalty shootout winner. Atletico Madrid right back Juan Fran would be the only player to miss from the spot. And guess who? Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, would finish the tie-off from the spot for Real after stepping up to hit the last penalty. He told reporters after the game that he waited to take the final kick because he had a vision that he would score the winning goal. Whether you believe that sort of thing is another debate, so let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Regardless, Real had done it again, and some months later, a Cristiano Ronaldo hat-trick would see Real Madrid crowned world champions too. They won the 2016 edition of the Club World Cup by defeating Kashima Antlers of Japan in the final. They also lifted the trophy in 2014 when they defeated San Lorenzo of Argentina. Madrid were twice therefore European and world champions in the space of 2 years. Cristiano Ronaldo was winning Ballon d'Ors for fun, and the likes of Luka Modric, Gareth Bale and Sergio Ramos were absolutely incredible performers, and not least when it mattered most on those big European nights. Real Madrid had won an 11th title and beaten their biggest rivals again. One side of Spain's capital was very happy, and guess what? They're only getting started. So catch us in the next video to see how Real Madrid and CR7 continued that European dominance.